Welcome, it's Brendel, and today we are going to be talking about our December 2024 recap and closing out the year. And then we are also going to be discussing our January budget to see where we are starting for the new year. So first, we have to get the recording started. And go. So here we are looking at our overall December monthly budget and where we ended up. We did get some extra income for the month, which was very nice. All of our fixed expenses were the same. And then we can move over to our sinking funds. We did put a lot in there. We are prepping for our sinking funds to fill them for 2025. And then groceries was under a smidge. And then restaurant we did go over. In December, we have Matt and I's anniversary, so we did go out to dinner a couple of times to celebrate. And then we're gonna look at our sinking funds, which has a lot of the spending for us. So here I can kind of explain which ones we increased and then how much we spent and everything. So for our auto insurance, we added an extra $1,373 for a total of $1,558. So that we have about $2,000 in there for our insurance for next year. The motorcycles is once a year and the vehicles are twice a year. So that will cover all of that. For auto maintenance, we just added 100. I do have an oil change in January, so we'll see that come out next month. Beauty added 100. Car tabs was the same. Clothes, we still added 100, just some basic items. For car tabs, that was our Tacoma that we had to do, and we do a 2-year with a parks class. So that was for that. Dogs, we added 100. And I don't honestly even know what this $2 was for. But that was just the timing. We bought dog food in November and just didn't happen to pick it up in December. And then we're gonna have to buy some more in January. And then any toys we bought throughout the month of December, we put it towards his Christmas budget. That's why there wasn't a lot spent in there. Electricity, entertainment, we did add a bunch for this. So Matt and I, for our anniversary, we went to a comedy show and then we went to a Cirque Christmas show. So those were both fun. And then also I bought tickets for a Crime Junkie live show. Myself and my 2 sisters are gonna go. So that'll be really fun. And they'll pay me back later, closer probably to when we actually leave. And then fitness was 50. Furniture, we're adding 100. We are gonna go visit my family at the end of January, and I think then we might stop at the IKEA that's close to them because we don't have one around here, and get a new dresser. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, it hopefully won't take that $1,200. I can't think of how much it is right now, but other than that, we kind of want to build it up and possibly get a new mattress. I know we talked about that last year, but we'll see how this year goes. And then groceries, we averaged 200. We did spend a little bit over 200, but that's kind of where we have that buffer in there and have accumulated it throughout the year. We added some Christmas for next year. That's where this $1,900 is for next year. You can see after we spent more of our Christmas budget, we now have $2,100 for next year. We still have to finalize the details of what we think our 2025 budget for Christmas will be. After that, we can get a solid number to fund it, but we did throw some money at it so that it'll be there for later. Next, we have gifts in general. We put 100, but we did spend some. We have a good chunk in there. Home extras, we added 100. Home improvements, 100. Hunting was 50. We usually have a Zolio payment that comes out, but when we canceled it for the season, we had a credit on there, and so that will pay for the inactivity line for, I want to say, like 3 or 4 months. So we probably won't see that until either March or April. Medical, we added 30 to bump that up to 500. We just kind of like having an even or close to 500 in there. Office supplies and books, I did add a little extra to use. Oh, well, actually you can kind of see what I got here. It happens to be already on here. I needed a 2025 work planner. I wanted the new winter lure from Live Love Posh and a few other little things, new discs, new cover, and I got a Amazon gift card for Christmas, and then I had to spend a little bit extra to get a new Kindle and a cover for that Kindle, and so that kind of ended up in there. So we did have to add an extra $73 to make it $193. I'm super excited for that. Next we have outdoors, we added 100, technology we added 270, vacation 100, and water bill 25. That technology is for a subscription that we have next year that we're trying to fund also. And that is what our 2024 looks like. I guess I should just say December. I could go through all of our spending for 2024 if that's something you guys are interested. I might put a snapshot on Instagram. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and I can maybe do something to just be more transparent on spending. Next, we are going to move over to January. We will start here. So this is the overview. Very similar. We aren't changing a lot. Once you find something that works for you, it kind of streamlines that process of making a budget. So we like to start at $5,600 for our monthly budget. It is the lowest we feel comfortable with. We usually make more throughout the month, but to be safe, we like to keep it low, and then all the extra we can kind of allocate at the end of the month. For our fixed expenses, we have mortgage, $1,174, Tacoma at $590, our phone bill is $118, garbage is $85, internet $75, life insurance $38, Spotify $17, and Netflix is $15. And then next, for variable expenses, we have sinking funds for $2,140, groceries $800, restaurant $75. The groceries and restaurant has been working relatively well. Some months we kind of go over, other months we stay under, but we ended up averaging less than $800 for groceries, which also includes household products such as cleaning supplies, paper towels, all of the good stuff. Next, we then have what's remaining, and that will go towards investing at $473. As we get in more money at the beginning of January, we will want to fund our Roth IRAs. So that's where that will go, and hopefully more. So then we will move over to sinking funds. So this will dive into that $2,140 that we added from our January budget to sinking funds. So first off, we have auto insurance, $185. Next, we have auto maintenance at $100, beauty's $100, car tabs is $20. We have one vehicle that will need tabs this year, and so we'll just slowly add a little bit in there until it gets to that time. Clothes for Matt and I is still at $100. It's a good number for us. Costco, the price did increase this year to $130. So while we do get a rebate for that, and usually it's enough to cover it, we still like to have that sinking fund for that membership in case something happens. We don't get enough rebate on it. Dogs, I missed this category when we were going over together, so it doesn't have anything added to it, but we do have, as you can see, $135.52 in there, so that'll be enough for his food. He had an advent calendar from my sister, so he has a ton of toys from that. He's always has a bunch of treats, so he should be good for January. So next we have electric. We average about $150. That is electric and natural gas. And then we have entertainment. We added $200. Fitness and health, we added $50. Furniture, we added $100. We did, as you can see, already spend some of it. We got Matt a new workbench, which was a hard item to classify because it could have gone into home extras, but I felt like it was a big enough structure that it could be considered a furniture item, but it just happens to be out in the garage instead of in the house. It's really nice. It raises up and down to like a standing height, sitting height, and it can roll around. So that was a very good purchase. Next we have gas. We averaged 200. I'll be taking a trip over to Montana to visit a friend, which is in driving distance, and then visiting my family, and we drive there as well. A good chunk will probably come out there. If not, we do have our vacation budget that we can use, but usually if we drive, then we just use gas money. So I changed this category to say gifts December. I used to label it as Christmas. I don't know if I mentioned before, but in that budget was our anniversary presents because we did get married 2 days after Christmas. So when I think of Christmas budgets, I also think of our anniversary presents right in the same time frame. And so I changed it to December to just be more accurate since it isn't just Christmas that's in there. Next, we have gifts in general. That is for all the birthdays, the holidays throughout the year, so you know, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, all those gifts throughout that. Home extras, we have $100 added in there. Home improvement, we added 100. Hunting, we added 100 so that Matt can get his sportsman's package for the year. Medical, we didn't add anything. Next, we have office supplies and books. I added 150. Next, we have outdoors. We didn't add anything. Technology, we added 50. Vacation, we added 100. And water bill, we added 25. So that is what our January 2025 budget looks like. And I just remembered we can actually go over some of our other categories that I had done in the last reset. So to start off, because I did do a flip through for you guys, and I wanted to show you this page. Hopefully it's focusing on it. Anyways, if not, I'll put a picture. I made this page so that I can focus on the books that are getting released this month in January. And then I like listing out all my Libby wait lists. And then in the upper corner, I put exactly the books that I want to focus on this month. So Onyx Storm releases January 21st. So I wanted to do a reread of 2 books before in that series. And I did the Fourth Wing at the end of December. And so now I am reading The Iron Flame, which is the 2nd book in the series leading up to Onyx Storm. If I finish Iron Flame in enough time to read another book in between there, I might sneak one in. But we are on a time frame. I don't think that'll happen. I only read at night, and so that kind of limits my time to finish Iron Flame. I could obviously allocate more time, but that is what I'm comfortable with right now. So those are the 2 books that I'm reading this month. And another book that's coming out is Beg, Borrow, and Steal by Sarah Adams. It'll already be up by the time this video goes live, or it'll already be released by the time this video goes up. I'm excited about that. And then on my Libby waitlist, I don't know if I have anything new, but we'll kind of run through the list real fast. We have The Night We Lost Him by Laura Dave, Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren, Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Montague, Nora Goes Off Script, also by Annabelle Montague, or Monahan. What was I saying? Monahan. I'm so sorry if I'm messing that up. I want to say it's Monahan. Next we have The Match by Sarah Adams, The Happy Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez, The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hong, Most of All You by Mia Sheridan, and The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And then Beg, Borrow, and Steal, that is getting released by Sarah Adams, will get lumped onto that list as well as soon as it goes on to Libby. So those are the things I'm excited about for January. And I have a watch list. It doesn't have a lot on it. I still have AP Bio, which is on Netflix. I did start it actually. It was released, shouldn't say released. It was put onto Netflix in November. Turns out it's been out for a long time. They actually canceled in the early 2000s. So I just kind of like that, having it in the background. It's just kind of like a funny sitcom. Then XO Kitty season 2 is coming out January 16th. And then Selling the City came out January 3rd, which I actually watched and really like. I put a lot of shows and stuff on while I'm decorating, painting my nails. I just like to have something on in the background while I'm kind of fiddling around. If I'm not watching YouTube, that's another big thing I have that I do. So that is what our January looks like. What our money's gonna be, what books we're gonna read, and what shows we might watch, or did watch, because I did watch Selling the City. It's kind of interesting. They do leave you on a moment of what's gonna happen. So hopefully there's a season 2. But anyways, let me know how your money looks this month. Let me know any books. Are you excited for Onyx Storm? Do you read that kind of romantasy type books? And what shows do you watch? I only have Netflix, so only let me know what Netflix is coming out. I'm just kidding. You can share other shows also. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.